Eris Maceda. So for today, we are going to do a video on a makeup tutorial. Not necessarily a makeup tutorial, but a base foundation makeup tutorial, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so if you guys are interested, what is my base routine, what is my routine if I'm going to go out for my makeup or I'm going to film, please keep on watching. Without further ado, let's get started. Happy New Year, everybody! So we are going to start off the year with a makeup tutorial. As you guys all know, sabi nila, if you're going to start the year, start it with something you love. And I love doing makeup tutorials for you guys, so let's start with that. And for today, it's not a typical makeup tutorial because this is going to be my base makeup tutorial. Do you guys get me? What do I mean by base makeup tutorial? It's going to be what on my complexion. Yan. Complexion is the term that I'm looking for. So it's going to be my complexion tutorial because every time I do a tutorial, I do the same old thing with my complexion products. Like I do the same old thing with my blush, with the foundation, with my concealer. It's just that I use different items. So what I'm going to do for 2019 is to cut down time when I am doing or filming videos. Is I'm going to stop doing the tutorials with my complexion products and just go to my eyes. Like if I'm going to do a cut crease, I'm just going to do a cut crease. I'm not going to include my foundation, my concealer, everything. One, it's going to cut off time, and two, I don't feel like everyone is going to do this a different type of thing or a different type of routine when they are doing their makeup tutorial. They're doing their makeup. So yeah, I'm rambling, you guys. Sorry, but yeah. I'm going to do the complexion products when I feel like I'm going to change something, but up until I'm not changing anything, this is my complexion routine, my complexion products. Yeah. So on my next tutorial, which is my eye makeup tutorial, everything that I use and I am wearing that day will be in the description box. So yeah, let's start. I've been rambling. Make sure to watch what is my YouTube channel all about. In my channel it is in the description box down below. So yeah, let's start, you guys. So I always tell you guys to clean your face first before you do your makeup. You don't have to wash your face if you don't want to, or if you don't have your facial cleanser. You just need a micellar cleansing water and cotton. So I'm using the Garnier micellar water. I am using the blue variant or the blue cap version. Why do you need to wash your face every time you put on your makeup? One, because you're using or you're going to lock in dirt in your face every time you use your makeup, you guys, because of all those creams on top. So I highly suggest that you clean your face first, because you're gonna get rid of all those nasties in your face before you lock it in. And use a moisturizer, but we're gonna go to that later. I tried to be cute for you guys. I curled my hair today. It is December 31, 2019, so I'm still filming this last year. But yeah, I stayed cute because I want my 2020 to be cute. And yeah, I hope you guys like my curls because I've wasted 2 hours for this curls. So my moisturizer is the Jeju Aloe Eyes 98% aloe vera. This is the gel version, not the lotion version. I suggest that you use a water-based moisturizer when you're doing your makeup, because it's not going to affect how your makeup would look on top, because a lot of deeper or creamier, thicker moisturizer would affect your makeup on top, and you don't want that. So you want a water type or gel type of moisturizer instead of a cream type, just like the aloe vera lotion version or Nivea cream. Those are thicker types of moisturizer that you don't want to use under your makeup. So you always want to start off with a primer. You're going to sandwich all of those makeup in a good primer. You gotta start with a good base and end with a good base as well. So I'm going to use the No Shine Mattifier by Quick FX. So I'm just going to put this in the places where I feel like I have a lot of pores or big open pores, rather than putting it all over my face. So if you guys are if you guys subscribed to my channel a long time ago and you're wondering why I'm speaking in English rather than Filipino or Tagalog, I have a separate video for that. It will be in the description box. So you guys might want to check that out later before leaving a comment saying that I'm maarte. So yeah. But I'm putting it all over, not all over, the places where I think my pores are larger than usual. So it's usually in the T-zone, especially in my cheeks and nose area. So now that we are primed, I'm going to use a foundation. So my foundation depends on the occasion that I am going to. On a usual basis, I use the Everblenda All Day Foundation, but in events or in places that I need my makeup locked in for the whole day, I use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Wear 24-hour fresh wear foundation. But since this is just a foundation routine, I'm going to use my Everblenda. So I'm just going to squeeze a little bit at the back of my hand and dot it with my fingers all over my face. So usually if I'm using a foundation with pump, I would use 2 pumps, but since this is a squeezy tube, I can't tell you how much of foundation I use. So there we go. So with a damped makeup sponge, I'm just going to blend it all into place. I have a review on this sponge. It will be next week, I guess, or this week. I'm not sure because I lost track with my videos, and personally I don't like planning my videos ahead because I don't follow it anyway, so it's just a waste of time for me to plan it ahead. But yeah, it will be up in my channel this month. And if you guys are asking why don't I have my mirror with me, I have a mirror in front of me already at the back of my camera. Anyways, it's a mirror that, wait lang, let's open it. Yeah, that helped a little bit with my lighting situation. So we're done with our base. Now we're going to go for our concealer. This is the only concealer I have, so I can't recommend you guys concealers that I have that are other than this, but I have used the Fit Me concealer in the past, and that is also a good concealer if you're on a budget, because this is a little bit pricey than the Fit Me concealer, but that works as well. So I'm going to use the Maybelline New York Super Stay concealer. I am in the shade Sable or Sand, the same shade as my Fit Me concealer. So I'm just going to put it here at the innermost part of my eye and the outermost part of my eye, under eye, but I'm referring to my eye as a guide. I have learned this trick from Scott Barnes if you're going to do a more natural look, or actually depending on the concealer that you have, because this kind of trick would also last me a good amount of coverage, even though I'm going for a more full coverage or a glamour look. Now we are going to blend it out. The last thing that we're going to blend it out are our eyes. So I'm going to start with the cheeks, nose area, forehead, lastly the eyes. Remember to still blend it down. Even though we don't put the concealer at a triangle shape, still remember to blend it down because it's still going to highlight your face in a good way. And put the excess on top of your lids as a primer for our eyeshadow. I don't know what I was saying the last clip, but I have finished blending my concealer na. So we are going to go on to powdering our face. So I'm going to use the Nichido Final Powder in the shade Creamy Glow. You can use a setting powder or a two-way cake powder, but I personally bake if I'm going to do a tutorial, since it will be more of a glamorous makeup look rather than an everyday makeup look. So I'm just going to use this powder. Alam niyo ba guys, this sponge have gone through a lot with just a month of me having it, because I do a lot of makeup tutorials this past month since I want my channel to base more on makeup tutorials for next year. So I have done a lot of makeup tutorials for next year, and this sponge is used and abused. So I'm going to put it in the places where I put my concealer a while ago, and it's in the T-zone. So guys, I just went a little bit closer to the camera so you can see what I'm going to do with my eyebrow, but I'm also going to include eyebrow in this tutorial because yeah, time. So I use two different types of eyebrow pencils. I use the Everblena Advanced Fine Line Brow Liner, or I use the Detail Make Brow in the shade Dark Brown, and in the fine liner I am the shade Lily. Wait, I'm just going to get my other eyebrow. I also frequently use the Detail Make Brow powder. So, but for today, I'm going to use my pencil, which is the Everblena Fine Line Brow Liner. So, I have done a tutorial on how I do my brows before, but I feel like I'm doing a different routine this past few years or this past few months. So, what I do is I line halfway through my brows up until the tail. There we go. I don't line from starting here. I start at the middle of my brows and also the middle of my brows on top. Told you guys I have a mirror in front of me, so don't be weirded out that I'm just looking into outer space. So yeah. So what I do is I just fill that in. I fill that in. And then I brush it. This is a weird tutorial of my eyebrows. So when I brush it, usually when I brush it would blend out and I can see more sparse area than usual. And then that's where the time I continue to fill in, and then I line up until the front brow. There we go. And then I'm just going to do strokes strokes in front of my brows, at the end of my brows. And I don't want that boxy look. See, it still looks good even though this is more of a natural brow. So I'm just going to do my other brow off camera. So guys, I just zoomed out and my eyebrows are done. So we're going to kick off the bake as well. So I'm just going to get a fluffy brush. I can't find it. So I'm just going to use a slanted brush and gonna kick off the bake and get the excess powder from the lid that I used a while ago, and I'm just going to set the rest of my face. Now that we're done with our complexion products, we're going to go on to our blush, contour, and highlight. So what I usually use is these two palettes. This is the Shower Nude palette in the number 1, and the Everblena Advanced Face Trio in the Sunset Trio. Why do I use this two palette? Because in the Everblena, it has a highlighter. I love this highlighter, so this is what I use on a daily basis or whenever I have makeup on. And this is just a blush and bronzer palette. Actually, this is just a blush palette, but I use the middle shade as a bronzer, and this one has a blush, highlight, and bronzer. So I use this whenever I don't want to use. So yeah, I was cut off again, so I'm sorry for that. So I usually use this palette, but if I have a makeup look that this blush doesn't match, I usually go to this palette. It will be in the description box anyway, so you will know what I use. So I use these two shades over here. So for today, we are going to use this palette, and I'm going to start off with my bronzer. So I use more of a fluffy brush for my bronzer, and I'm just going to get this shade, tap off the excess, and I swirl this color around. I don't concentrate it in one area because it's a bronzer, not a contour, and I just want to warm up the face. If you're satisfied with your, what do you call this, with your forehead, you don't need to bronze your forehead a lot as to compare to people that I'm not saying bigger forehead are not beautiful, but a lot of people feel insecure when they have a bigger forehead. But don't worry, you guys, that foreheads are beautiful. Whatever their shape is, but this is more of a cool tone bronzer. I'm just realizing that now. So I'm just going to blend that out with another fluffy brush that doesn't have any product. So I want to contour my nose, and I'm just going to get a slanted face eye brush for that. So I'm going to use a short shader brush as my nose contour brush, and I'm just going to get this shade from the nude palette because this is more of a subtle shade rather than a contour shade. So what I'm going to do from my eyes is I got shaded from that is a pigmented, and I'm just going to go down my nose bridge and flick it up and down. Like, I put it here. Almost it's too pigmented here. So I flick it downwards rather than upwards. So you're going to get this definition over here with your nose. So I'm just going to mimic that at the other side. So we're done with the contour on my nose. So I'm going to do my blush. So usually what I personally would like to use is the blush here in the nude palette as well. I'm just going to get a more domed, fluffy, this is not necessarily fluffy, but this is more of a dome shape. I'm just going to get this shade over here, and I don't smile when I do my blush because it will drag my makeup downwards rather than upwards, because if I'm smiling, I don't have the highest cheekbones, but if I smile, they sag down. They tend to sag down, so I just put my blush in there. I kind of smile sometimes, but not necessarily all the time. I'm just going to pat it in. Pat and blend. That's going to blend on its own because this is a great palette. Believe me, guys. So I learned that the less is more approach is better for me personally when it comes to blushes. So lastly, not last, so I'm going to use a highlighting brush, which is a fan brush. I use a small fan brush for my highlight. So I'm going to go back to my Everblend Advanced Face Trio, and I'm just going to get the highlight here. I'm just going to highlight the high points of my face. And I try to put the highlighter as low as possible because when I'm in front of a camera, it doesn't look like I'd have highlighter on, so I put it up until here. There we go. But it doesn't accentuate my pores, which is good, but I just do it when I have cameras in front of me rather than, see, it's a little bit wet. But if I'm going out with my friends, I don't do that trick. It's giving me the light vibes. So I'm going to switch brushes, and I'm looking for the highlighting brush. So this is my highlighting brush. This is actually an eyeshadow brush, and it is slanted. So this is my original highlighting brush. It's better because it just hugs my cheeks in a perfect way that I like it. I'm also going to highlight the tip of my nose and the tip of my. So I will be filming my eye tutorial today as well with this makeup look. So don't be too startled if I have two videos with the same outfit. So yeah, I'm just going to do my eye makeup and then we'll get back to you guys. So guys, my last part for my complexion, when my eyes are done, I just missed my setting spray, so I used the Lux Organics Rose Water Glow Mist because I prefer a glow rather than a matte look. So I'm just going to spray it on and then we're done. Ooh. So this video is done, you guys. My makeup is done, so let's go end this video. So there you go, guys. I just finished my eye makeup look. It's a halo neutral eye look. If you guys want a tutorial on this, I did one and it will be my next video. So wait for that video. So there you go, guys. Hope you guys like this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and see you guys in the next video. Bye.